Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In a video I made last week, I talked about the 10 credit cards that earn cash back and have no annual fees that I personally would recommend to my family and friends. And in the comments section, I actually received quite a few comments of people recommending additional cards, cashback cards, that have annual fees. They were convinced that the annual fee cards that they have that earn a higher rate of cash back are a really good deal. In today's video, we're going to do a couple examples and do the math, and I'm going to show you exactly why I would never recommend a cashback credit card with an annual fee. Now, of course, a credit card with an annual fee that earns points and miles, depending on how you use those points and miles, the annual fee can be offset if you do everything correctly. However, when you have a cashback, a purely 6%, 5%, 4%, whatever, cashback credit card with an annual fee, then the math becomes actually very simple to understand. And we're going to go through two examples, two cards with Capital One and two cards with American Express. These are popular credit cards that people mentioned in the comments section of my video last week. The Savor Rewards from Capital One credit card earns unlimited 4% cash back on dining and entertainment, plus it has a $300 sign-up bonus when you spend $3,000 in 3 months. And they're going to waive the annual fee for the first year, but then it's $95 after that. This card is comparable basically to its younger brother, the SavorOne Rewards from Capital One. It earns unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment, and it has no annual fee. I'm not really going to talk about entertainment, but what does that include? Movie theaters, sports promoters, aquariums, zoos, dance halls, record stores, pool halls, bowling alleys, golf courses, a lot of random places. How much you spend per month on entertainment really does vary person to person, but we're mostly focused on how much do you spend on dining. Now, I will say that with this credit card, if you get the $300 sign-up bonus, plus they waive your annual fee for the first year, then it's like this credit card is free, like the annual fee has been canceled or offset for 4 years. If your goal is to get the card, use it for 4 years, and then downgrade it or cancel it, then you're not really trying to optimize your credit card strategy, you're credit card churning. That's a completely different game in and of itself. I'm talking about what is the best card to use for a specific category, year to year, all year, every year. And if we're assuming that this card has a $95 annual fee, to figure out how much you have to spend to offset that annual fee, you take $95 divided by 4%, and you get $2,375 in spend. So if you get this credit card, the first $2,375 you spend earns you a 0% cashback return. Your annual fee will offset it entirely. So let's do some typical numbers. I estimate I spend about $300 a month dining out. To figure out the math, do the total number for the year, $3,600. Minus that basically impediment, the annual fee offset of $2,375, multiply that difference by the 4% cashback you're finally earning, and you only save about $49. Over a 1-year period, $49 divided by the $3,600 total that I spent only yields me a cashback rate of 1.36%. But I'm just one person spending $300 a month. What if you really try and heavy use this card and you spend $600 a month on dining and entertainment, bowling alleys, movie theaters, whatever? That would get your total yearly spend up to $7,200. Subtract, once again, the spend you would have to make to recover the annual fee. That comes out to $193. Divide that by the total for the year, $7,200, and your cashback rate is still only 2.68%. Now you might be thinking, how much do I have to spend on dining out and entertainment in order to overcome the regular 3% for the SavorOne card? And you would need to spend $9,500 in a year, $792 a month dining out and entertainment in order to equal that 3% that the no annual fee card gives you. If this is your scenario where you're spending over $700 a month dining out, then I don't think cashback or savings is really your strategy in life. I mean, if you're spending over $700 dining out, then you're just living it up. Ideally, you make a lot of money and you're just balling out. That's cool, but I don't think at this point that getting cash back or saving a little bit of money is really what you're going for in life. So once again, for the entire year, $9,500 is what you would have to spend just to equal the simplicity of the no annual fee SavorOne card. For my numbers, estimating I spend about $300 a month dining out, I can earn with the no annual fee SavorOne card $108 cash back, and I don't have to spend an additional $6,000 in order to equal that 3% with the annual fee Savor card. This is why doing the math is so important when you compare these two cards. Capital One is trying to entice you by giving you that sign-up bonus, waiving the annual fee for the first year, but they want people to get the Savor card at the 4% rate and then have that be their credit card for the next 10, 15, 20 years, whatever, because they know that they're making more money off you with this $95 annual fee. You're much better off just getting the no annual fee SavorOne card. The next comparison we're going to do is the Blue Cash Everyday card and the Blue Cash Preferred card from American Express. And this is a pretty popular card. I even got it because I was thinking to myself, 6% cash back on groceries, that's pretty good. The Blue Cash Preferred card also has a sign-up bonus. When you spend $1,000, you get $300 back. In a way, you could think, $300 offsets the $95 annual fee for 3 years. So this card is free for 3 years. But once again, if your plan is to open a card and then close a card, then you're credit card churning. You're not optimizing with the best cashback strategy. And this card earns 6% cash back at US supermarkets up to $6,000 in purchases per year. That $6,000 in spend is going to be very important, so remember that when we get to the math. The Blue Cash Preferred card is compared to its younger brother, the Blue Cash Everyday card. This card has no annual fee, but it earns you 3% cash back at US supermarkets up to $6,000 in spend per year. This card also has a sign-up bonus of $175 after your first $1,000 in spend. First thing we got to talk about with this card is that it is American Express, so it's not as widely accepted. I think Costco doesn't even accept American Express, so there are certain places that you might do grocery shopping that you can't do grocery shopping. In addition, how US supermarkets are coded, there are a lot of places that people do grocery shopping that is not coded as a US supermarket. The grocery stores inside Super Walmarts or Target Supercenters, those do not count towards the 6% cashback savings. So once again, at 6%, how much do you have to spend in a year in order to get back to absolute 0% cashback? So 95 divided by 6%, you would have to spend $1,583 just to get to 0%. For your first $1,583, this card is earning you 0% cash back. Now let's do some typical numbers. I estimate I spend about $300 a month on groceries. Let's assume that I'm shopping somewhere where it codes at 6%. $3,600 minus that offset of the annual fee, $1,583. Multiply that by 6%, and I'd be getting cash back of $121. 121 divided by 36 equals a 3.3% cashback rate. And 3.3% is not bad. That actually beats the everyday cash card. So you actually would be better getting this credit card if only spending $3,600 is what you did. Where this card gets interesting is that it has a max out rate. And the max out rate is, like it says in the terms of service, $6,000 a year. So if you were to spend $6,000 in a year, what is your cashback rate? It's not 6%. It is impossible to get 6% cash back in a year on US supermarkets with this card. 6,000 minus 1,583, multiply that by 6%, you're saving $265 net after the annual fee. Divide that by your spend, and you're only getting 4.4% cash back on US supermarkets. The best you can ever do with this credit card, because it has an annual fee, is a cashback rate of 4.4%. And where this card gets really insidious is that if you overspend, if you spend more than $6,000, your cashback rate drops. It plummets to 1%. So let's assume that you got this card because you're a big spender, you have a huge family, your grocery bill is enormous, and let's say you're spending $700 a month in groceries, and you go over that $6,000 a year cap and you don't realize it. Amex doesn't notify you, or it's not obvious on the website. So you have to figure out how much cash back are you getting for the first $6,000, and then how much are you getting for that next $2,400 that you're only getting a 1% cashback rate for. And what happens is your average in cashback savings on this card drops. It peaked at 4.4, and the more you spend accidentally on this card, it then drops really fast, and just spending $700 a month, $200 a month more than the previous scenario, your cashback saving dropped a full percentage point, and you're now down to 3.4%. And I feel like when they designed this card, they deliberately knew that some people were going to do this. They were either going to shop at locations that wouldn't code as US supermarkets and then only get 1%, or they would go over that $6,000 limit a year and once again only get that 1%, and then their average cashback savings would then plummet down to the 3% mark. So you can do the dance with this card, or you can just get the no annual fee Blue Cash Everyday card and get your standard 3% cash back up to $6,000 a year. The question is now, can you beat that 4.4% high with other no annual fee credit cards? And I believe you can. As alternates, I recommend these 4 cards. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can do a lot of your grocery shopping on Amazon Prime and get 5% cash back. If you can do any of your supermarket shopping at a Target Supercenter, you can get a 5% discount off with the Target Red Card. Additionally, there are a lot of banks that have these 5% rotating category cards, and 2 cards I highly recommend everyone is the Chase Freedom Card and the Discover It Card. With the Discover It Card, they have rotating categories quarterly, and for the year 2019, you earned 5% cash back on grocery stores in the first quarter, and it caps at $1,500. Same with the Chase Freedom Card. It has quarterly categories where you earn 5% cash back, and in the second quarter, grocery stores was eligible for 5% cash back up to $1,500 spend. So if I were to combine those 2 credit cards with the Blue Cash Everyday card, quarter 1, I would use the Discover It at 5% savings, the Chase Freedom quarter 2 at 5%, and then the Blue Cash for quarter 3 and quarter 4. My average cashback rating for US supermarkets for the entire year would then be 4%. And with my budget, 4% for 3 no annual fee cards beats the Blue Cash Preferred Card at 3.3. So in conclusion, no, I don't recommend people get these annual fee cashback credit cards because, very smart people that work for these banks have done the math and they've laid traps and they've made it complicated, and they know that in the short term they might be taking a loss with these waiving annual fees or sign-up bonuses, but they know if they can just get you trained and in the habit of using their plastic in the long run, they will outpace you. Okay guys, that's all I got for today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. In addition, consider subscribing. I post weekly about military and finance topics. And if you have any questions or any other cards you'd like me to analyze, leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. And until the next video, take care.